Prepare yourself for a crazy journey into Uncle Grandpa's bizarre and remarkable world. With its distinctive fusion of humor, surrealism, and moving moments, this highly regarded Cartoon Network series sent viewers on a unique experience. Join us as we take a tour of Uncle Grandpa's fantastical world. Before diving into the main timeline, let's get to know the main characters in this roller coaster show. Meet the star of the show, Uncle Grandpa himself. With his infectious enthusiasm and boundless energy, Uncle Grandpa travels the world, spreading joy and solving problems in his own whimsical way.
Who are you?
I'm your Uncle Grandpa.
He's not just your Uncle Grandpa, he's everyone in the world's Uncle.
The trusty and talkative companion of Uncle Grandpa, Belly Bag, serving as Uncle Grandpa's sidekick and a magical fanny pack. Self-proclaimed cool guy and a talking slice of pizza, brimming with confidence and a knack for self-promotion, Pizza Steve is often seen sporting sunglasses and a mischievous grin. Mr. Gus is a kind-hearted dinosaur man. Despite Mr. Gus's imposing appearance, his tough exterior hides a gentle soul. One of Uncle Grandpa's most prominent companions is giant realistic flying tiger. As the name would suggest, this character is a massive tiger capable of flight, possessing both the size of a giant and the ability to soar through the air. Alright, and those are the main characters. Uncle Grandpa springs into action when he encounters a kid named Belly struggling to wear a shirt due to his massive belly. With a twinkle in his eye, Uncle Grandpa empathizes with Belly's predicament, revealing that he too experienced a similar belly-related struggle in his own childhood. Uncle Grandpa seizes this opportunity to showcase the wonders of his own sizable belly. He gleefully demonstrates the perks of having a big belly, particularly his ability to wear the trusty belly bag. Uncle Grandpa, knowing he can't tackle this task alone, summons the help of Mr. Gus, who tears apart Belly's shirt. Uncle Grandpa, reaching into the depths of Belly Bag, retrieves a plain shirt and proceeds to transform it into a masterpiece using his artistic skills. The shirt now proudly displays a design featuring night wolves. However, to Belly's astonishment, the moment he wears the shirt, he finds himself transported to a realm known as Nightwolfland. Uncle Grandpa wears the shirt himself, utilizing its teleportation powers to follow Belly and embarks on a rescue mission. In Nightwolfland, Uncle Grandpa and Belly find themselves facing a formidable pack of wolves, but with their wacky problem-solving techniques, they join forces by connecting their bellies in a battle strategy. As the dust settles, Uncle Grandpa brings Belly back home with the help of giant realistic tiger, while Belly realizes that true power lies in embracing his individuality and decides that he's far better off without a shirt. With a touch of whimsy, Uncle Grandpa skillfully transports both himself and the belly back to the safety of their own home. The adventure comes to an end, leaving behind valuable lessons of friendship, facing fears, and celebrating consequences. Uncle Grandpa's unconventional methods and light-hearted humor leave a lasting impression on the child, instilling a sense of self-confidence. Mary, a girl with a terrible driving record, faces yet another failure during her driving license test. Enter Uncle Grandpa, the master of imaginative problem-solving and unconventional methods. With a twinkle in his eye and a dash of humor, Uncle Grandpa takes it upon himself to teach Mary how to drive, using his very own RV as the training ground. Uncle Grandpa's RV, a labyrinth of buttons, levers, and screens, resembles a complicated spaceship from the inside. It's a sight that both bewilders and excites Mary as she embarks on this unconventional driving lesson. Uncle Grandpa guides Mary through driving lessons, but a mishap engages the crazy baby mode. A mischievous and destructive crazy baby is unleashed, adding chaos to their lesson. They embark on a wild journey through diverse locations, building Mary's self-confidence. Uncle Grandpa assures her that if she can overcome extraordinary challenges, then she can master parallel parking too. She then executes her first parallel park in a truly unconventional manner. With an exhilarating series of maneuvers, skimming past towering buildings, narrowly evading helicopters, Mary deftly secures her parking spot, triumphantly obtaining her long-awaited driver's license. However, her victory victory is not without a humorous twist, as she must first return the mischievous baby to the flabbergasted driving instructor. Uncle Grandpa comes to the aid of Susie, a young girl, in conquering her fear of the dark. He gently reassures her that the darkness holds no real terrors, only the creations of their own imaginations. Uncle Grandpa has the lights turned off, and the two realize just how scary their own imaginations are. Hiding with the girl, the two try calling Mom for help, but of course that doesn't work. As Uncle Grandpa and the little girl search for the light switch, their imaginations show them a long, scary walk to the light switch. Uncle Grandpa helps the girl escape from a monstrous light lamp by distracting it with a little treat. Uncle Grandpa pulls out his hook gun from the belly bag and uses it to cross over from the imaginative barrier. In a remarkable feat, he deftly rescues the girl from the clutches of a menacing monster. Encouragingly, Uncle Grandpa assures her that there's nothing to fear and instead asks her to scare them. The girl turns into her own scary monster and scares them away, and this finally takes away her fear of the dark and monsters. All thanks to Uncle Grandpa. One morning, Uncle Grandpa receives an urgent request for help from a fearful kid in Argentina who's terrified of heights. Determined to assist, Uncle Grandpa contacts Thiago, who reveals his fear of flying. Uncle Grandpa, armed with his magic book, turns Thiago into a fly, believing that facing fears is the best way to overcome them. Thiago, buzzing around as a fly, gains a new perspective of the world. To test Thiago's courage, Uncle Grandpa places him in a truck filled with garbage. Unbeknownst to them, Thiago, in fly form, mistakes the garbage's smell for delicious food. As the truck drives away, Thiago finds himself at a football stadium, where he learns to enjoy flying while avoiding fast-moving balls. Meanwhile, Uncle Grandpa remains engrossed in his magic book, unaware of the remarkable adventures unfolding around him. Thiago's flying journey leads him to a forest where he gets trapped in a spider's web. Uncle Grandpa then reverts Thiago back to human form and performs a safe landing using his unconventional high-pressure fart technique. Grateful for overcoming his fear, Thiago thanks Uncle Grandpa for all his support. Uncle Grandpa, on an adventure of his own, stumbles upon a little girl's room instead of reaching his intended destination, Pismo Beach. Despite this unexpected detour, Uncle Grandpa notices the girl's struggle with sleep and homework, and here sees an opportunity to help. In a magical twist, Uncle Grandpa summons a group of sheep from an underground tunnel that he had dug. With a mischievous grin, he turns off the lights and encourages the sheep to jump across the girl's bed. Turns out, he plans to have her count the sheep in the dark using her night view eyes. I mean, after all, counting sheep is a classic method to fall asleep. But alas, the girl astutely points out that sheep number 3 is missing, throwing off the number sequence. Uncle Grandpa, always up for an adventure, decides to embark on a quest with the girl to find the elusive third sheep. In the midst of her parents' bedroom, now transformed into a mushroom-filled wonderland, Uncle Grandpa seeks the girl's insight on potential hiding spots for the missing sheep. With a gleam of excitement in their eyes, Uncle Grandpa and the girl dash towards the kitchen, hoping to uncover the whereabouts of the wayward sheep. As Uncle Grandpa investigates the fridge, the girl explores the surrounding area. Suddenly, they find themselves inside the freezer, surrounded by a pack of wolves. It seems their search has taken an unexpected turn. However, just as the tension reaches its peak, the girl abruptly wakes up, realizing that it was all just a dream. And there, beside her bed, sits Uncle Grandpa playing a flute. Uncle Grandpa finds himself on a quest to locate his missing library book, when he stumbles upon a peculiar talking tree.
You can talk? Of course I can talk. I'm a tree.
Entertained by the tree's animated conversation, Uncle Grandpa becomes engrossed in their witty banter. Just as the laughter and amusement reach their peak, the unexpected arrival of Mr. Gus and Pizza Steve interrupts the enchanting encounter. Eager to share the marvel of the talking tree with his companions, Uncle Grandpa excitedly beckons them over. Unfortunately, the tree falls silent in their presence, revealing its inherent shyness.
Tree, you can talk. Look. Say something to the guys, Mr. Tree. Just give him a sec.
Disappointed, Pizza Steve and Mr. Gus depart, leaving Uncle Grandpa alone with the reticent tree. Moved by the tree's vulnerability, Uncle Grandpa takes it upon himself to fulfill a request made by the shy speaker.
Maybe I'd be a little less shy if I wasn't so hungry.
He goes on a mission to acquire Queen Burgers, known for their delectable taste. However, in true Uncle Grandpa fashion, he doesn't simply purchase the burgers, he hilariously appropriates them from the unsuspecting Pizza Steve and Mr. Gus while they leisurely relax on their boat. Driven by his empathy for the naked and exposed tree, Uncle Grandpa takes it to go shopping, and returns triumphantly with the tree bedecked in a fancy coat adorned with sparkling diamonds. Little does Uncle Grandpa know that the tree has cleverly deceived him, exploiting his innocence during an everything is free sale. This revelation sparks the ire of Pizza Steve and Mr. Gus, who are rightfully indignant.
I don't know what's going on with you, but until you can start being honest with your friends, we have nothing to talk about.
You messed up big time, bro.
As if the situation weren't outrageous enough, the mischievous tree coerces Uncle Grandpa into participating in a bank robbery.
Just take me by the bank so I can make a withdrawal. All right, let's go get some money.
However, Uncle Grandpa manages to outwit the tree when they find refuge within the tree's hollow. Inside, he discovers a man dressed in a prisoner's uniform, exposing the truth. Realizing he has unwittingly engaged in theft, Uncle Grandpa retaliates by engaging in a comical showdown with the prisoner, ascending the tree and unleashing a well-timed fart in the hollow where the prisoner is hiding. This unconventional and humorous act forces the prisoner to emerge, leading to his immediate recognition as America's most wanted criminal by the pursuing police. Uncle Grandpa is excited to show off his brand new ponytail to Mr. Gus and Pizza Steve. The two of them immediately express their desire to grow hair too. After Uncle Grandpa retreats to his room to admire his fabulous ponytail, a majestic unicorn named Princess Sparklehorse unexpectedly appears.
Hey, what's going on with my mirror?
Oh my!
She invites Uncle Grandpa to join her on a whimsical ride to her kingdom in a sky bubble. Princess Sparklehorse serves as the perfect tour guide, showing Uncle Grandpa all the wonders of her kingdom. She even teaches him the importance of giving compliments. Uncle Grandpa, being his lovable self, embraces the opportunity and showers a group of young unicorn horses with hugs and kind words. As the adventure continues, Princess Sparklehorse takes Uncle Grandpa to a special room where he meets the awe-inspiring, giant, realistic flying sky horse. She then shows Uncle Grandpa Mr. George, who looks exactly like Mr. Gus but is a horse version of him, and Pizza Steve that just looks like a pizza horse. Uncle Grandpa realizes it's time for him to bid farewell to the kingdom and return home. However, Princess Sparklehorse and the others break the news that leaving, well, it's not as simple as it sounds.
No, you can't leave. That's not how it works around here.
Friends never leave each other behind.
What? No, that's not. Hey, don't touch the tail. You're our friend forever.
The horses in the kingdom, determined to keep Uncle Grandpa by their side, begin hugging him tightly. Despite their affectionate grip, Uncle Grandpa manages to break free and makes a mad dash towards the kingdom's exit. As the entire kingdom gives chase, fortunately, using his 2 extra legs, Uncle Grandpa successfully reaches the gate and escapes the kingdom's pursuit. The US president receives a briefing about an imminent attack on the country by a foreign madman.
Foreign madman.
Now, it's quite obvious they're referring to the Russians, but the president confidently declares that he knows the perfect team for the job, the UncleGrandpaBabies. Now, these are not your ordinary babies. We've got baby Uncle Grandpa, baby Pizza Steve, giant realistic baby Tiger, and baby Mr. Gus. The president, in his infinite wisdom, asks the babies if they have read the mission file.
Have you all read over Foreign Madman's file?
Of course, being babies, they can't read. Cue the humor. The baby team is briefed on their dangerous tasks and is sent to battlefield by parachuting from a military plane. Baby Uncle Grandpa cleverly communicates with baby Mr. Gus using a handheld megaphone, but as you can guess, that immediately blows their cover.
I said, hopefully they
the whole foreign madman military base goes on high alert. Undeterred by this setback, the babies locate the missile launch site. Now here's where Uncle Grandpa's unconventional problem-solving skills will come into play. He comes up with a brilliant plan to infiltrate the missile hangar by disguising themselves as fancy soldiers. And how do they get their hands on the soldier outfits? Well, Uncle Grandpa suggests a diaper bomb. Baby Pizza Steve, who is basically a baby dough, hands over his diaper, which Uncle Grandpa promptly throws at the guards. While the guards are distracted, the babies sneak up and take down one of them. Then, the four of them stand on each other's shoulders inside the stolen outfit, with Baby Pizza Steve as the face. Honestly, it's quite the sight to behold. As the foreign madman prepares to launch the missile, the baby team manages to make it into the missile hangar and disable the system. Baby Mr. Gus uses his puzzle-solving skills to unlock the door, as baby Uncle Grandpa wasn't able to do it. Once inside, they encounter the guards, but Uncle Baby Grandpa uses his quick thinking and plays lullaby music to make them all fall asleep. However, this also causes baby Uncle Grandpa and the others to doze off, all except for baby Mr. Gus, who stays awake and vigilant. Baby Uncle Grandpa chases a madman for the keys to stop a missile launch, and after the hilarious chase, he succeeds.
Hi, I brought you some moo juice. I can see.
He tries each key and finds the right one just in time to save America. Uncle Grandpa, being a wacky character, pulls off another crazy stunt in this hilarious episode. It all starts when he transforms into a tire for the RV, just so Pizza Steve and Mr. Gus won't miss their favorite match. But guess what? Uncle Grandpa actually loves being a tire. Could you believe it? He asks them to go on without him, leaving Pizza Steve and Mr. Gus scratching their heads.
I'm ready. Are you sure you want to do this? You betcha.
Last chance to change your mind.
Nope. Let's get this show on the road.
Now, our dynamic duo, Pizza Steve and Mr. Gus, know they have to come up with a plan to convince Uncle Grandpa that being a tire isn't as fun as he thinks. Poor Uncle Grandpa, man, he's in for a wild ride. They decide to participate in a race, with Uncle Grandpa playing the role of the tire in order to show him the less glamorous side of being a tire. As the race begins, the laughter starts rolling in. Pizza Steve and Mr. Gus have a blast, zooming past the competition. But Uncle Grandpa, oh boy, he's having a tough time. He struggles throughout the race, even gasping for air at one point. Mr. Gus kindly suggests that he quits, but Uncle Grandpa is determined to stick with it, showing his unwavering commitment to being a tire. Despite all the challenges and the comedic mishaps, Uncle Grandpa's tire efforts surprisingly lead the team to victory. Can you believe it? They even win a trophy, the coveted Golden Tire Trophy. Honestly, I never thought that being a tire could bring such unexpected glory. Get ready for some family rivalry in this exciting episode. So it all starts when Pizza Steve receives a phone call from his dad. As he hangs up, he can't help but complain about how his dad always brags about how cool he is. Anyways, just then the RV's door swings open and in walks Mr. Nacho Cheese, Pizza Steve's dad, with his signature style. Uncle Grandpa is instantly smitten by Nacho Cheese's awesomeness, while Pizza Steve can't help but feel a pang of jealousy. To make matters worse, Nacho Cheese flaunts his incredible chess skills, leaving Mr. Gus in awe of the epic checkmate.
Checkmate. And now, checkmate.
Checkmate.
What? How did you? It's not.
Now, Pizza Steve is determined to find something that he can beat his dad at. And what better way to prove himself than a thrilling motorbike race down the hill? Once upon a time, legend has it, that Tiger was no ordinary being.
Gather round and I'll tell you the unabridged tale of Tiger's origin.
She was once a marvelous mermaid. It all began when Bubble Grandpa, the dictator of the sea, summoned Tiger for a most unusual task. With his mystical sea powers, he granted her a pair of legs and sent her on a quest to fetch a humble hamburger from the shore. As Tiger set foot on dry land, something unexpected happened. She discovered a profound fondness for the world above the waves. In her quest to stay ashore, Tiger found an unlikely ally, Uncle Grandpa. a character who was ready for a wild adventure. With Uncle Grandpa by her side, they hatched a plan to thwart the villainous Bubble Grandpa and keep Tiger's newfound legs. Armed with their quick wit and a dash of luck, they outwitted Bubble Grandpa and his dastardly schemes, ensuring that Tiger's legs would remain hers. Uncle Grandpa receives an unexpected call from the Easter Bunny, who's hopping mad about the cable company. They kept him waiting on their dreaded waiting list for a whopping 6 months, only to schedule his appointment on Easter Sunday. With a plea for help, the Easter Bunny asks Uncle Grandpa to assist in delivering Easter eggs all around the world. Being the kind-hearted uncle that he is, Uncle Grandpa eagerly agrees. To sweeten the deal, the Easter Bunny even hands over the keys to his trusty van, allowing Uncle Grandpa, Mr. Gus, and Pizza Steve to embark on this excellent adventure. In Uncle Grandpa's excitement, he enthusiastically jumps out of the carriage, causing it to veer into a nearby lake, and kaboom goes the dynamite!
See, we're still good.
Or, in this case, the van. No worries though, as Uncle Grandpa is always quick on his feet. He hatches another brilliant plan. Undeterred by their watery mishap, Uncle Grandpa decides to take Mr. Gus and Pizza Steve on a cosmic journey to space. After a bumpy ride, they land on an Easter egg planet. They quickly gather the eggs, filling their baskets to the brim with chocolatey goodness. With their precious cargo secured, they begin the journey back to Earth. But, oh no! Space traffic congestion looms ahead, threatening to delay their return. Time is of the essence, and they can't afford to waste a day stuck in intergalactic gridlock. In a daring move, Pizza Steve suggests taking a shortcut through the most treacherous road in space. Mr. Gus, being the cautious type, warns against it. But, of course, Pizza Steve is undeterred. YOLO, am I right? They buckle up and zoom ahead, praying for a safe and speedy arrival. Finally, they do touch down on Earth, with their mission seemingly accomplished. It's a typical evening in the RV as Uncle Grandpa, Mr. Gus, and Pizza Steve gather around the TV. Suddenly, they stumble upon an announcement about a talent search audition with a grand prize being a chance to appear on a popular talk show. Mr. Gus remembers his old ventriloquist dummy, a relic from his Uncle Grandpa. Pizza Steve, always the joker, can't help but poke fun at this idea. Mocking voices and silly faces ensue, and Mr. Gus, feeling a bit hurt, tosses the dummy back into the trunk. Little did they know, a mishap occurs when a bottle of Frankenstein juice spills onto the dormant puppet, bringing it to life. The next morning, chaos erupts as Uncle Grandpa finds his hot dogs gone, while Pizza Steve's bike lies in ruins. They soon discover that the mischievous dummy is the one to blame.
I fixed your bike for you. Signed Uncle G? Why, that no good?
Despite their warnings, Mr. Gus dismisses their claims, unaware of the dummy's true nature. Later, as Mr. Gus prepares for a TV show, Uncle Grandpa and Pizza Steve uncover the dummy's sinister plot. They urgently try to alert Mr. Gus, but of course he ignores them, heading on stage, oblivious to the impending danger. In a climactic moment, Mr. Gus steps onto the stage, oblivious to the dummy's evil intentions. Chaos ensues as the malevolent puppet attacks. Uncle Grandpa and Pizza Steve bravely fight back, defeating the dummy and reducing it to ashes. With the threat eliminated, they leave the scene, reflecting on the unsettling events that transpired. Silence fills the RV as they contemplate the strange and terrifying ordeal. On a rainy day, Pizza Steve and Mr. Gus find themselves cooped up in the RV, seeking entertainment by watching TV. Pizza Steve's attention is caught by an enticing advertisement promising the ultimate killer party experience. Eager to partake in the festivities, he reaches for the phone to dial the number displayed. However, Mr. Gus, ever the responsible one, reminds Pizza Steve of the disastrous party foul committed by Uncle Grandpa during their last event. While Uncle Grandpa indulges in his weekly 10-minute shower, Pizza Steve requests a 10-minute party and signs Andrew WK's contract without hesitation. To their surprise, a team of representatives from Andrew WK promptly arrives, ready to kickstart the party. The fun begins, but it quickly becomes apparent to Mr. Gus that the party, it's spiraling out of control. He bravely approaches Andrew WK, urging him to put an end to the chaos that's unfolding. However, his pleas fall on deaf ears as the mayhem continues unabated. Meanwhile, panic sets in for Pizza Steve as Uncle Grandpa's shower time dwindles down to a mere 5 minutes. Faced with a dilemma, the dynamic duo concocts a plan. Mr. Gus seizes a bottle of bubbly shampoo and hurls it into the shower, causing Uncle Grandpa to swim out in a frenzy. As he emerges, the partygoers find themselves face to face with a towel dropping Uncle Grandpa. A sight so unexpected that it sends the entire party scattering, deeming it a party foul. Unbeknownst to Uncle Grandpa, his soap-smeared eyes prevented him from seeing the aftermath. His torn-to-pieces RV. In a comical twist, Uncle Grandpa attributes the lack of party guests to a malfunctioning rainy network, oblivious to the chaos that had ensued and the wreckage that was left behind. Uncle Grandpa and Pizza Steve are engrossed in a thrilling fight show on TV when Mr. Gus abruptly turns it off, causing confusion. They try to explain the entertainment value, but Mr. Gus remains unconvinced. Suddenly, they receive threatening calls, causing panic.
Excuse me?
You heard me. I'm coming over to give you the beating of your life.
Believing that their lives are at risk, they decide to flee. However, Uncle Grandpa decides to confront the mysterious person and prepares for war. When the visitor arrives, Mr. Gus and Pizza Steve realize it's a harmless misunderstanding due to language barriers. Ignorant of the resolution, Uncle Grandpa launches a missile, scaring the visitor away and leaving burnt beats behind. Mr. Gus passionately advocates for a new president of the RV, someone who can bring strength and democracy to the role. Uncle Grandpa, always the showman, grabs his trusty trumpets and rallies the RV members to vote for him. Meanwhile, Pizza Steve, with his own presidential ambitions, makes a grand entrance as President Pizza Steve. Talk about competition! The RV members take the election seriously and even create their very own news channel, aptly named the RV Elections. The anchor announces that Pizza Steve is currently leading the race thanks to his captivating performances that win over the crowd. Not one to be outdone, Uncle Grandpa hatches a hilarious plan to win votes. He sneaks into Mr. Gus's lunch plate and starts tossing hot dogs into everyone's mouths.
That's right. Vote for Uncle Grandpa and you can count on free delicious hot dog lunches daily.
Yeah, you heard that right. Free hot dogs every day if you vote for Uncle Grandpa. Who could resist such a delicious proposition? Amidst a heated debate on the stage between the two potential presidents, Uncle Grandpa and Pizza Steve, tensions escalate and they end up in a full-blown fight. However, things take an unexpected turn when the RV is suddenly taken to the scrapyard, with both of them still inside. Talk about a dramatic twist! Faced with a life or death situation, Uncle Grandpa is forced to make a difficult decision. Should he save the RV or prioritize the elections? In a surprising turn of events, Uncle Grandpa chooses the RV, valuing friendship over pointless puppet jobs in politics. Who needs a puppet president when you have Uncle Grandpa and his zany adventures anyways? It's Pizza Steve's birthday, and Bellybag, along with Frankenstein, Tiny Miracle, Tiger, and Mr. Gus, are planning a surprise party for him. Mr. Gus heads to a phone booth to store the party favors. Meanwhile, Bellybag discusses the party plans, unaware that Uncle Grandpa is eavesdropping nearby. As soon as Uncle Grandpa catches wind of the surprise party, his excitement reaches astronomical levels.
It's a surprise party. Surprise party?
His enthusiasm is off the charts, making it quite a challenge to keep him in check. Bellybag assigns Uncle Grandpa the task of retrieving glow sticks from the basement, but unfortunately, Uncle Grandpa mistakenly grabs a nuclear reactor tube instead. Oops! As soon as Pizza Steve enters the house, they scramble to hide Uncle Grandpa due to his uncontrollable excitement. After a while, Uncle Grandpa can no longer contain himself and sneaks a peek into the surprise party for Pizza Steve. Bellybag and Mr. Gus quickly usher him away to a separate room, hoping to preserve the surprise. However, Uncle Grandpa, unable to contain his excitement, accidentally breaks the glow stick, unaware that it's actually a nuclear reactor. Chaos ensues as the reactor tube falls onto a piñata, causing it to mutate into a monstrous creature. Panicked, Uncle Grandpa rushes to alert everyone about the perilous situation. The partygoers find themselves facing off against a ferocious piñata monster, struggling to combat its unexpected strength. But fear not, for Pizza Steve comes to the rescue wielding a trusty baseball bat. Feeling remorseful for his behavior and the mayhem he caused, Uncle Grandpa offers a sincere apology to the group.
Sorry, Pizza Steve. We were gonna throw you a great party, but then I got too excited and ruined it.
Mr. Gus meticulously turns the RV into a gleaming spectacle. He couldn't help but feel a surge of anger when Uncle Grandpa burst in, covered head to toe in filth. It seems like Uncle Grandpa just has a knack for ruining perfectly good moments. To his surprise, Uncle Grandpa introduced his Uncle Grandpa, a colossal version of himself. With a mischievous grin, Uncle Grandpa's Uncle Grandpa snatched Pizza Steve and playfully slapped him onto Uncle Grandpa's underwear, turning them into a slippery mess. However, the underwear proved to be so stubbornly clingy that even Uncle Grandpa's Uncle Grandpa couldn't remove them. Determined not to be defeated, they embarked on a quest to find a solution. Mustard was their first desperate attempt, but it yielded no success. Undeterred, they moved on to ketchup, only to face yet another disappointing failure. Enter Uncle Grandpa's Uncle Grandpa's Uncle Grandpa. Yeah, it's a mouthful, but honestly nothing compared to the wacky suggestions that they had in store. Barbecue sauce and a mysterious green liquid resembling vomit were proposed, making Pizza Steve and Mr. Gus flee the RV faster than a speeding bullet. Finally, Mr. Gus devised a plan that would involve Uncle Grandpa grabbing onto a sturdy tree while he held onto the RV and Uncle Grandpa's underwear simultaneously. As Uncle Grandpa's Uncle Grandpa revved up the RV and sped away, the tree came crashing down. But alas, Uncle Grandpa's ridiculously tight underwear refused to budge. And now we have some fan theories, Easter eggs, and trivia. In Uncle Grandpa, the laws of physics and logic are often bent, and there lies a hidden secret behind the character's true nature. This fan theory proposes that Uncle Grandpa, the lovable and eccentric character, is actually a multidimensional being who serves as a link between various cartoon realities. Uncle Grandpa's RV, which acts as his primary mode of transportation, is no ordinary vehicle. It's a portal capable of transporting Uncle Grandpa to any world or universe that he desires. This portal is subtly hinted at in several episodes, where the inside of the RV is depicted as a vast and ever-expanding space, defying the limits of conventional dimensions. Some of the episodes in Uncle Grandpa display cross-animation and receive inspiration from other cartoons. An excellent example of this is the episode The Little Mertiger. This is a parody of Disney's The Little Mermaid. In the episode UncleGrandpaBabies, Mr. President resembles President Ronald Reagan, an actual real president who was president during the 80s. This may imply that the episode may have taken place sometime in the 80s. Foreign Landistan is most likely located in Russia. The scenery there is all snowy, and Foreign Madman is wearing Russian clothing. It is obvious that Uncle Grandpa is able to make many copies and doppelgangers of himself. In fact, these doppelgangers actually take personalities of their own. There are a few known Uncle Grandpa doppelgangers so far, like Emperor Krell from Space Emperor, Funny Face Head from Funny Face, Uncle Grandpa's babysitter from Uncle Grandpa Sitter, and Auntie Grandpa from Jorts. Anyways guys, this was the entire timeline of Uncle Grandpa so far.